Hey, before the video starts, I just want to say that this channel got its first subscriber. It's a very low number, but you gotta start somewhere. So to that person that subscribed, thank you so much. Really means a lot. You know, as the channel that has no subscribers before. Uh, Hope you enjoy the content. And with that being said, let's get on to the video. Hey guys, this is Cascoon. Welcome back to another episode of F1 My Team Career Mode. This is episode 3. We're gonna race in Zandvoort. So here we're just upgrading our getup. Thought our suit looks a bit boring, so try to spice it up a bit. And now we're here in our facilities. Gonna go and upgrade our R&D generation. Get that R&D. Trying to upgrade our car as fast as possible. We did scheduled our activities. It seems that some of our R&D has failed, so we're gonna go and try it again. And now we have an interview with Phil. Let's see what questions he has in store for us.
Here we are in the HQ of our newest Formula One team. We've got an awful lot to talk about, so let's jump straight in.
Most of these questions are just about the second driver, the one and only Sean Galeo, and also our team in general. So I'm just gonna fast forward this in order to get to the race.
Well, thanks a lot for inviting us here. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, you do, but okay, now we're here at Zandvoort, sunny Zandvoort in the Netherlands, and we're just gonna start our qualifying lap. It's not a really good lap, but well, let's just watch. So we're gonna approach turn 1. There's lots of space inside the curb. Might use that later. Now we're gonna go to turn 2, which leads to turn 3. Harder banking. You're gonna approach this straight consisting of turn 4, 5, and 6 before we turn into turn 7, which is very long. We'll go and approach turn 8. Good job, Cass. Gonna go turn 9. Very slow corner. Very hard to find the apex or where to brake and throttle in a very old style circuit. And then now we're gonna turn to a hard turn 11, then to turn 12, and gonna head to the final 2 corners. Turn 13, lots of runoff, but that's sand, so don't go there. Now to turn 14, hard banking as well. And that's the lap, and we managed to get a P17 in the end. So before we race, we're just gonna go and spend some R&D points, just in durability. Wanna spend points in one, or let's say department at a time, so we'll get focus on one department, and then we get caught up with the regulation change. So with that being said, let's start the race.
The race minutes away from starting. Here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Valtteri Bottas, and Stroll, Perez, Sainz, Ricciardo, and Lando Norris, Albon, Kvyat, Kevin Magnussen, and Gasly, Ocon, Grosjean, Carlson, and Kimi Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Russell, Galeal, and Nicholas Latifi. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So just pick our tires and our fuel and we start racing. As you can notice the weather, but I'll save that after the start of the race of the Dutch Grand Prix, the first in 30 years. Have a good start. We passed Ocon, and we go into turn 1 with Gasly at our side. Try to pass him, but he failed. Try to pass him again with Ocon on the inside, and he spun out. Another Renault has spun out. First it was Ricardo in Vietnam, now it's Ocon in the Netherlands. Now we have Gasly on our side, a bit of a nudge to pull out and try and overtake him in the next corner. The next corner. As we go ahead trying to go on the inside, but we clipped our wing switch not good, so just try that again. Now this time is a lot more cleaner. We pass through with Kvyat in front of us now. As I try to go and overtake him into turn 11, but it was too slow and I sort of backed out. Go to turn 12 with Gasly on the inside, and he managed to go off without a penalty or warning from either both of us, so that's a bit strange. And we come out as P14 from P17, so go up 3 places after first step. That's quite okay. Now we're trying to take Kvyat again into turn 3. Is managed to make contact as I go a bit wide, just back off a bit. So now in lap 3, as I try to overtake him in turn 1, bit of contact but a lot more cleaner, which is good on my part. As you try and overtake Maxim into turn 3, managed him to get past him a bit, but he got a better line as he goes ahead. And now we're at the end of turn 3 with Kvyat very aggressive, trying to take back P13, but we won't. As he try to overtake us again, make contact from behind, but we managed to go through. Now, the weather. It said it's gonna rain halfway through the race, so my plan here was to keep racing on the soft tires, try to manage them until it rains, and the moment it rains we're gonna go in and pit for inters, so that way we won't waste a new pair of tires for a few laps before it gets wet, and we won't have to drive on wet tires on a dry track. So just gonna go and just wait, keep a measure of our tire temperatures. As you can see now, you can see some raindrops. Gonna pit this lap, but George Russell is out of the race. So we're gonna see what happened. And it seems like he has a mechanical failure of some sorts. So that's gonna be the end of his race, but not for us. As now we are going to pit. You see, I saw some other drivers pitted earlier with newer tires, so it's gonna be an opportunity for us to try and get into a higher place. See lots of cars going in, so it's gonna be a mix-up. Hopefully you're gonna get better of it. Waiting for enters, also replacing a new wing, so it's gonna take a bit more time. Down, there we go. We see some other cars, do we get in front of them? Yes, we do. And we come out in P10. So that was a bit of a stroke of genius in strategy. Managed to hold out and get P10. And now it's gonna stay here. Well, stay in P10 for a while. And just hope the other drivers are still in the ring. And now here's our first car, Giovinazzi, trying to take him into turn 8. When I say turn 9, sorry. Yeah, he managed to.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Yep, thank you to him. Now into turn 11 with Stroll. And let's go on the inside. There's a bit of contact. Stroll is on the inside of turn 12. We managed to outpower him and take his place. Let's move up into P7. And now on to the second last lap. We see there's Leclerc and there's Boss. So we just have to try and go a bit faster than them and to catch up. And there's a huge train, so any mistake coming from them, it could be bigger points for us. So we're just gonna have to wait and manage our fuel, as we were very low as we try and go around the outside and get Leclerc, but we went a bit wide. And now on to turn 3, try to overtake him, and a near miss. Almost got ourselves out of the race, almost like in Vietnam, but nope, I learned my lesson. Now into turn 8. Ooh, clip the wing, made some contact with Leclerc.
Nice work, that brings you up a place.
Well, not so sure as we go into turn 10. We went a bit wide with our wheel set in the wing, and Charles Leclerc hit us. Yes, hit us and put us in the right direction. And only a warning, I thought I was gonna get a penalty for that, but no. So the results of this race, we started in P17. We waited out in soft tires until it rained. We switched to inters, and now with that, we managed to pass some people, and we get P6 in the Dutch Grand Prix.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
So that is the end of the Dutch Grand Prix. We have the hometown hero Max Verstappen coming with the win, with Lewis Hamilton and Kevin Magnussen in a Haas finishing the podium as we finish in P6. As for Sean, P20. He's gone up a place, I think, which is good. So now we have the standings as of now. Max Verstappen is on top with Lewis Hamilton on points with him. Very close race nearing the middle of the season. See what's going to happen there as we drop down, unfortunately, to P7. And as for constructors, Mercedes is staying on top with Red Bull and Ferrari overtaking Racing Point and our team. Now we're in P5. And almost every team has got points except for Williams. I think for a conclusion of this race, this is an improvement from Vietnam. We managed to finish and managed to get some good points, and not based on difficulty being easy, so which is good. So that is the end of the episode. We're gonna race in Canada next. If you wanna see that when it uploads, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell in order to notify you when it comes out. And until then, I hope to see you next time.